At that time, the biggest bass drum we had was a 14 by 22. Keller never had any forms to make a bigger one. We got them to make larger forms than that. When we first got together with Buddy was always using a 14 by 24, as was Louis Belson. And we convinced them that they should be satisfied with a 22. Buddy said, always use a 24. I said, yeah, but you're working with a sextet. You don't need a 24-inch bass drum. Why don't you let me set you up with a 22 and everything will be fine? And he went along with it. And then we made the 24s for Buddy, for Louis also. Now, when I got together with Buddy, he didn't like this cymbal holder. See it? Came out at an angle a little bit.
Uh-huh. Did he like it more straight up and down or something?
Mm-hmm. So what did we do? We took again, I'll talk about interchanging. We took the knobby units from the floor tom-tom and put them on a bass drum and made a cymbal holder out of it. See it?
With a bent arm or
right.
L-shaped arm?
An L-shaped arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same unit.
Right. So I take it at that time he was one of your endorsees then?
Right.
62?
And here was this was the one after. Buddy was in this one. No, here he is. This is when we still had the bread and butter lugs. Right. Buddy, here we are. I tell you, I learned a lot from him.
I bet you did.
I sure did. And he says, when I'm playing, Ben, and I reach out, I want that cymbal right there. And when I first set him up, I had to look for a real short L-shaped cymbal arm, because he said he wouldn't play his ride cymbal this high.
Mm-hmm.
We did it for picture purposes, see, but he wouldn't play it that way. And where have I got him on the catalog? Excuse me. That's even a little high for him, see, because this was a telescopic cymbal holder. And he says, I can't play up here. And if you ever watched him play, you ever have I'll call it a privilege of watching him? Just unbelievable. And he knew naturally. Most drummers know where their equipment is, but he'd be playing along and right there was the ride cymbal. Not up here. Why should I have to go up here? And he's right.
I kind of wonder that about some of the really heavy rock drummers.
Yeah. Oh, they play this way.
Everything all over the place.
That's right. And I said, well, how about these cymbals? He says, and if you watch him play, you know how he played on these. He came up on these an awful lot.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he says, when I'm reaching for my side cymbals, he said, I'm coming out like this, so it's okay to have it up there. Mm-hmm. But when I'm playing here and I want to play the ride cymbal, I want it right here. See?
Right.
It was interesting. I once asked him, why do you need two floor tom-toms? You know what he used the second floor tom-tom for?
To set his coke on? I don't know.
How? He never played it.
Is that right?
It looked good, but he used to have a towel on it. It was interesting. But what a guy. And I'll tell you, when I first got together with Buddy, I set him up in Philadelphia. At a bar. There was, I think he had quintet then. That was right after the Dorsey deal, you know. And I lost my track. And he'd say, I want everything so I can just reach it. I don't have to want to stretch for anything. So when we set him up, the tom-tom was a little bit over to the left. I said, okay. And he said, the cymbals a little too high for me. So we went back to, there was a music store in Philadelphia called Music City, and they were predominantly a drum shop, but they handled other instruments. And Ellis Cole was one of the owners, two partners. We went through his pile and we found a little 6-inch cymbal, and that's what Buddy had on his drum.
Was this also Rogers?
Yeah. No, it just a plain cymbal arm. It was anybody's, you know.
You were saying about Buddy?
Buddy would not permit me to put a tone control on the drum.
Is that right?
And I'd say, well, let's just take it off. He said, nah. He said, take it out. And I said, you want to try it? He would not even lay a stick on the drum until I took it out. This is in the beginning. I wasn't aware. So I said, well, if I release it, what's the difference? So he'd say, it obstructs the sound inside of the drum. And I said, really? And he said, I'll tell you what to do. He says, hold the drum up, like this. And he said, I'll do this. And you keep turning the drum around, and I'll let you know when I hit this spot, without the tone control on. And he did. He said, it's slight, but I hear the difference. And he wouldn't put any muffling on any of the drums. Neither would Louis, neither would Roy Burns.
Even the bass drum?
Just strip muffling on the bass drum.
Uh-huh. How about the toms? Even strip muffling, no muffling at all?
Nothing at all.
Just like that, ring out.